Hello everyone, welcome you all for the lecture video session on module 3 of year 18 March 41. So in this, the title of the module here is probability distributions, and in this session we will be discussing about the introduction to the probability, random variables and types of random variables. So what is random variables? So first, before we go to the random variables, let me tell you about what is probability. So probability you might have already come across in your earlier classes, which is nothing but the chance of occurrence. Chance of occurrence is nothing but the probability. So if we want to define specifically, it is the ratio of probability is the ratio of possible outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So possible outcomes to the total number of outcomes is nothing but the probability. So then we shall see what are the random variables. So let us see what is random variables first. So before we get to know about the random variable, let us know about the random experiment. What is this random experiment is? An experiment which gives different outcomes when it is performed repeatedly. Example, tossing a coin and throwing a die. So for every time when you toss a coin, you'll not be knowing what would be the outcome, but every time there will be a different outcome. So such experiment are called as a random experiment. And even when we throw the die, out of number 1 to 6, you may get any number. And every time we throw the die, every time we get the different outcome. So such an experiments are called as random experiment. So now an event. What is an event? This event is a part of an experiment which has the outcomes. Event is a part of an experiment. Throwing a die, tossing a coin are the experiments. A part of which getting the head, getting the tail, or getting tossing it 5 times and getting all the 5 heads. Such events, such things are called as events. It is a part of an experiment which has got the outcomes. To say examples to this, tossing a coin is an experiment. Getting the outcomes head or tail is an event. Similarly, another example is throwing a die is an experiment. Getting the outcomes 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 is an event. Or it can be getting even numbers, getting odd numbers, getting multiples of 3. All such are called as an event. So from a pack of 52 cards, drawing any 2 cards is an experiment. Getting the outcome king and queen, king or queen or joker or ace, anything, all such things are called as the events. So hope you have understood the events in a detailed way. So and then we shall see what is a sample space. So sample space is set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment. So what is a random experiment? An experiment which gives different outcomes when it is performed repeatedly is a random experiment. So when we do an experiment, such an experiment, if we collect all the possible outcomes and if we make it as a set, and that set is called as a sample space. Sample space is nothing but it is a set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment. And usually this sample space is denoted by capital letter S, and the elements of the sample space are called as the sample points. So example, when we toss a coin twice, imagine you have a coin and you are tossing it 2 times. So what are the possible outcomes? So when we toss one coin, it can be head or tail. When we toss 2 coins and both the coins may give head, both the coins may give tail, both one coin may give head and one coin may give tail, first coin may give head and the second coin may give tail, or vice versa. So the possible outcomes are these, and if we write in the form of a set, that becomes a sample space. Then what is probability? So probability, the term probability is defined for its randomness and uncertainty mathematically. If m is the number of favorable cases of an event, m is the number of favorable cases, favorable to our output, so favorable to our wish. If m is the number of favorable outcomes, then probability of happening of an event, E is denoted by P of E. Probability of an event is P of E, and it is defined as number of favorable cases divided by the total number of outcomes. So to give an example here, when we toss a coin, getting head is a favorable outcome for me. So when we toss one coin, how many heads we can get? Only one heads. So possible favorable outcome is getting the head, and total number of outcomes will be head and tail both. So that is how we have to define the probability of an event. And example here, when we throw a die once, the possible outcomes and the sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And probability, now favoring case, I'll put it as an odd number. The probability of getting an odd number is, how many odd numbers are there in the total number of outcomes? 1 is an odd number, 3 is an odd number, and 5 is an odd number. So there are 3 favorable cases divided by total number of outcomes are 6. So probability of an event of getting an odd number is 1 by 2. So that is how we have to define the probability of an event. Next comes to random variables. So I have started with the random variables, but before we understand about the random variable, we wanted to know those basic definitions, and I had explained you all that. Now we shall define random variable. So in a random experiment, if a real variable is associated with every outcome of a sample space, then it is called as a random variable, which is also called as stochastic variable. So a real value is assigned to every outcome. So for example, when you toss a coin, you may get head or tail. I may give getting head as 1 and getting tail as 0. So these values 1 and 0 are the real numbers which are assigned to an outcomes. So that variables are called as random variables. So I'll repeat, in a random experiment, if a real variable is associated with every outcome of a sample space, then it is called as random variable or stochastic variable. The random variables usually we denote it by capital letter X, capital letter Y, capital letter Z, and so on. The set of all real numbers of a random variable X is called as the range. The set of all real values. For example, there are 6 outcomes, and all the 6 outcomes have been given 6 real values. And a set of this 6 real values is called as the range of X. So example, if we toss a coin, the possible outcomes are head and tail. Therefore, the sample space is a possible outcomes which has head and tail. And now we define a function capital letter X such that X takes the value 1 when sample space gives the outcome as head, and X takes the value 0 when the sample space outcome is considered as tail. So the 1 and 0 are the real values which we have taken, and this X 0 comma 1 is called as a range of a random variable X. So now let us see types of random variables. So what are the types of random variables that we have? So we have totally 2 types of random variables we are studying in detail here. First one is discrete random variable, and the second one is continuous random variable. As the name itself indicates, discrete, piecewise, and continuous is continuous from one point to another point. So discrete and continuous random variable. So first let us see what is a discrete random variable. A random variable X is discrete random variable if X can take only finite number of values. Capital letter X here is a random variable which has a set of real values, and those real values are finite in number. If any finite observation interval can be considered. Thus, the discrete random variable has a countable number of distinct values. So you can, while working out the problem also, it is must for you to understand and analyze and identify what type of random variable that we are using. So there, these sentences are very, very useful. The discrete random variable has countable number of distinct values. Okay, an example, tossing a coin and observing the outcomes is an example for discrete random variable. Similarly, what is continuous random variable is? If the random variable X takes an any value in a whole observation interval, if the random variable takes uncountable values, whereas discrete was countable values and continuous is uncountable values, then X is called as a continuous random variable. Example, noise voltage generated by an electronic amplifier has a continuous amplitude. Therefore, the sample space S of noise voltage amplitudes is continuous. So now there are few things that we have to remember. First one is, for discrete random variable, we need to use probability mass function. the cumulative distribution function, which is also represented as CDF, of a discrete random variable is discontinuous function and it is independent variable. It's a discontinuous function of its independent variable. And the third point that we need to remember is continuous random variables, we need to use the probability density function. For discrete random variable, it is a probability mass function, and for a discrete random variable, it is probability density function. And the fourth one is the cumulative distribution function, CDF, of a continuous random variable is continuous function of its independent variable. For a discrete, it is discontinuous function of an independent variable. That is a difference between discrete and continuous random variables. So now, let us see what is this cumulative distribution function is. The cumulative distribution function is represented as CDF, which has been defined over a random variable x, it is nothing but the probability that a random variable x takes a value less than or equal to x. So I'll repeat, a cumulative distribution function of a random variable x is the probability that a random variable x takes the values less than or equal to x. So capital letter X is a set and the set of real values which have been taken as small x, and we will write it as p of x less than or equal to x, and it is represented as fx of x, which is a cumulative distribution function. So what are the properties of this cumulative distribution function is? The first property is the cumulative distribution function is defined as fx of x, which is p of x less than or equal to x, and p of x is bounded between 0 and 1. Probability of a real valued function discrete random variable is 0 to 1. So cumulative distribution function varies between 0 and 1. It can be equal to 0 and it can be equal to 1. And the value of that for probability density function, that is cumulative distribution function, varies between 0 and 1. And the second property is the CDF, the cumulative distribution function of minus infinity will be always 0, and the cumulative distribution function of infinity is always 1. So what does this minus infinity means? X takes the value minus infinity means there is no possible event. Hence, probability of x less than or equal to minus infinity will be 0. In other words, we can write it as fx of minus infinity is 0. So these are the different representation that we can use. Now, what if x is equal to infinity means? That is p of x less than or equal to infinity. That includes the probability of all possible events. So hence p of x less than or equal to infinity is 1. Another way of writing is fx of infinity is 1. And the third one is fx of x1, that is one set of value x1 and x2. If this cumulative distribution function of x1 is less than or equal to cumulative distribution function of x2 only if x1 is less than x2. So this is about the basics, introduction, random variables and distribution functions. So thank you all.